Okay, Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello everybody. Now last week we talked about the 45-degree back extension. You can go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. Today I want to talk about another exercise. It's called the reverse hyperextension. And I believe it was invented by Louis Simmons, the guy that ran the West Side Barbell Club. Apparently he was going for a max deadlift and he actually broke his back. So he had to find a way to rehab his back, and he came up with a reverse hyperextension, and I think he even invented the machine. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did invent the machine. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you have the room, because the machine's pretty big, if you have the room and the money, they're probably $500 or $600 or more. If you have the room in your house and the money, I would recommend getting one of those. But if you don't have the room and the money, you do have room for something like this. And this is the highest quality 45-degree back extension. But this one even folds up. So you could save room. I think this was $100 maybe. So you can do the reverse hyper exercise on a 45-degree back extension machine bench. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and say it's not the most comfortable thing, because when you're laying your lower stomach up here, it's not that comfortable, even though there's a pad here. But this exercise is going to work your glutes, heavily work your glutes and your lower back. And Louis Simmons actually rehabbed, I think he broke his back. He rehabbed his back, and he's had a lot of other athletes that rehab their injured backs with this movement. So this is how you're going to do it on this bench. It's going to be the opposite of the way we do the 45-degree back extensions. So we're going to lay on it this way. And make sure if you're a guy, don't squish your nuts. And I found for me, I like to kind of put my hands on the ground. And we're just going to go up. Like that. Now, different levels of intensity. It's not easy to do it with no weight. But if you get to the point where you're strong and that's easy for you, there's a few ways you can add weight to it. One way is to get some ankle weights. And I don't know how heavy ankle weights go, but get as heavy as you can, so you can increment your loads. You know, you can start with ones, twos. I think they have ankle weights you can actually load. That would be even better. And you can get multiple ankle weights. You can put 2 on each leg if you needed to. You can also hold a dumbbell between your feet, which is a lot harder to do when you're doing this. You can do that. Probably 2 of the best ways. The machine I'm talking about has got a cam on it with you can put your legs on it and load it with plates, you know. But this is a good way to start out at home. And look, I've been to many gyms in my life. I've never seen one of these machines, so you have to actually seek out a specialized gym to find one. But this is one way to do it on a 45-degree back extension. And I hope you like this exercise, you like this idea. If you like it, please like the video, share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.